So it's March something? It's the 21st? Yeah, March 21st. Chicago. And it's about 25 degrees. You know, it's supposed to be spring that's coming up relatively soon, right? Well, there's another place I'd rather be right now, and there's an ATP 1000 going on. Can you guys guess where it is?
Welcome to the Miami Open!
All right, sorry, I haven't streamed in a while. I normally do 2 to 3 times a week. Between the ITF Masters in Calgary and this Miami vlog that we're going to talk about, chat, been pretty busy, along with other personal and professional stuff. So, Human-san asking, how was the flight? Not too bad at all. Drove an hour and 15 minutes to O'Hare from Milwaukee and left Bear at a doggy daycare right next to my place, which is fantastic. The flight to Miami was only 3 hours and around 15 minutes, and me and 5 other Discord members did rent our own Airbnb, and it was actually pretty sweet. It's like 75 in Miami right now. Landing was kind of rough. Like I had that roller coaster feeling about 3 times in a matter of 15 minutes. Thankfully, we landed safe. But my two moderators are here. I'm gonna wait for them. They're waiting for me. The rental car, which I believe is this way, I hope. And then we have an hour drive because of the heavy traffic from this Miami airport all the way to the Airbnb, where some people are already waiting for us. But just nice to be out and walking, not sitting in a plane for 3 hours. But it's 3 p.m. local time, so still got some sunshine before the night festivities start and I hit with them. Stay tuned. Soy78, miss you, man. I haven't seen you in a while. Who were you traveling with? I was lucky to travel with 7 other people total. One of them stayed in a hotel, not in our Airbnb because he was traveling with family. And the other, my third favorite moderator, unfortunately had to leave before the tournament was able to resume because of the rain forecast. That was Friday. We did arrive on Thursday. So the rain forecast was Friday, March 22nd, basically all day. Unfortunately, because of policies, the rain did clear for like 2 hours at night that Friday. So we did get to see a small glimpse of what the Miami Open was like on that day. We got to see Sabalenka beat Badosa in straight sets, and we got to see like half a set of Sinner versus Vusavori, Vusavori on Stadium Court, which is interesting in itself, the setup of the Stadium Court. And Friday, we actually did do a little bit of karaoke. Here's what it looked like.
Let's be friends. I'm dying to see how this one ends. Bring your passport and my pen. I can make bad guys good for a weekend. Forever. Let's go down in flames.
But the real day was Saturday. Press the button.
Yeah. Is this go?
All right, so Friday got rained out, so it's Saturday, March 23rd. I've got 5 other Discorders here with me. 4 of them are actually moderators. So link in the description down below for Discord if you want to talk about all things tennis and talk about Camila Giorgi, my future waifu. But we've got Tag in the driver's seat. We got CG Shotgun. We got Moist Panda. We got Karen, and then we got Dare. So this is what the Miami Open 2024 actually looks like. So one thing that you guys are gonna realize if you go to the Miami Open, presented by Itao, whatever that is. Number one, Miami drivers are crazy. And this is coming from a native Chicagoan. Number two, Miami drivers really like to honk. There's honking going on everywhere. Number three, Hard Rock Stadium is in a huge intersection that looks like this. Since we got rained out yesterday, we were only here for about 45 minutes. I don't know how many matches actually finished, so we got to figure that out because we paid tickets for Friday, right? Consumer-friendly standards would be fantastic. But we just got in. Miami Open app is tied to Ticketmaster, FYI. So it's the same login. So that's what you guys got to do, assuming it's the same. But we're gonna go to the gift shop and then grab a few more drinks. So there are two, let's say, like main gift shops, not just cards. Two main gift shops that you go to, and they're both attached to the Stadium Court, Hard Rock Cafe. One is a Miami Open souvenir, which is where we just were. Other than the towels, are actually pretty cool. They're pretty legit. They're like orange. Dare's got some awesome towels here. They actually have a pretty good hat selection. I got a bucket hat as a souvenir. I got a clear backpack and a clear fanny pack. Just a heads up, the most important travel detail I can kind of give you guys is that if you guys are going to a professional tennis tournament as a spectator, have clear backpacks and have clear fanny packs. Makes life a lot easier. You can store stuff, people won't question you, and you have no doubt that you can get in with your belongings and something you could kind of carry your stuff, kind of like in an RPG, like a really good bag, like in World of Warcraft, right?
Oh, or Baldur's Gate.
Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Baldur's Gate. Do we have unlimited? No, it's by weight. I forgot about that.
Well,
so
you're our backpack.
am I?
You're the strong barbarian.
Am I? No, I'm not the barbarian. I'm the rogue.
Oh. Yeah, I got the barbarian.
You're controlling.
No,
Tarlac.
I am. But today.
All right, yeah, okay. So we're gonna head over into the Lacoste.
Oh yeah.
The Lacoste store and see what that's like. And we're probably gonna spend $500 on 3 t-shirts. So we'll see what that's like. They have such a good selection here.
All right, over under on the t-shirt.
This shirt. Okay. Chat, send a comment down in the section below. Let me know. But I'm saying 95.
I say
95. Such a sick color.
No,
scheme.
over under. You can over under. So over 90. You say?
Yeah.
I say under 90.
I say over 90. Okay.
I'll
So
say,
show
all
me.
right.
Over 90.
1 second. Where is the price tag? Oh, here it is. Oh no! Oh my God, 125. Jesus Christ! I can't.
Tracy Phillips. What player did I see on Stadium Court? As I said, Yannick Sinner. And I was just absolutely surprised in my Wimbledon vlog when I saw him on center court in Wimbledon. Dude, this guy swings fast. I am absolutely shocked when I first saw him in Wimbledon 2023 that he didn't win a Grand Slam singles title yet, which obviously was proven when he won the Australian Open in 2024. One thing, and this is kind of a rant, one thing I hate about being a spectator in tennis is watching other spectators in tennis in full tennis clothes. You're not playing, you're watching. Novak Djokovic, who's not in this tournament, but Jannik Sinner is going to be looking in the stands saying, oh, I'll hit with this guy because my hitting partner didn't show up. I mean, that's a dream, right?
I was thinking about putting mine on. I don't know about you.
Well, now I hate you.
Good.
So now we got to find our seats because we're in Hard Rock Stadium, so we'll see. It's weird, they kind of cut the stadium in like quarters, and 3/4 of it is actually tennis. So we'll see what the viewing experience is. So we're pulling up the codes now, so we're gonna head up to our seats. So these are our seats. This is what it looks like. It's kind of like a stadium within a stadium, so it's kind of weird, but it's actually a lot better than I thought it would be based on what I saw online. The diagram was kind of weird. But it's a perfect, like, kind of a cloudy day, so it's actually perfect for tennis. It's about 75 degrees, at least where we're sitting, but we've been walking around a lot. Humidity's up, but it's not super bad. But this is what the Jannik Sinner, Andrea Vavasori match looks like for Miami 2024. Enjoy. More people watch me play tennis than this whole stadium.
Not at once.
Correct. All right, so what do you think about Jannik Sinner?
Amazing. I wish I could hit four. I know. I wish I could make an overhead, but also like him.
So Sinner won 6-2, 6-3 against another Italian, Vavasori, who seems to be older. But that's what the stadium court looks like. So we're gonna, while there's still light, we're gonna go grab beer, get some food, use the bathroom, and then check out the smaller course for some better viewing. Wonder how Andy Murray's doing. So we'll check out the grounds and what the layout looks like. Charles Ash, man. Hopefully everything's good up north. Miss you. We gotta hit some time. You're asking, what was my favorite match to watch? By far, the most exciting match we saw was Eubanks versus Evans on Friday. Chris Eubanks is an American who played at Georgia Tech, and there was a squad of fans wearing Georgia Tech attire, and they were pretty nutty. The atmosphere was insane under the lights. It was a 3-setter, and in the final set, they ended up playing a tiebreak. Eubanks had one of the best match point saves I have ever seen in not just professional tennis, but any tennis. A defensive forehand slice passing shot.
Oh, he's made it! Eubanks brilliance!
And my favorite part was when the whole crowd was chanting, USA! USA! So right now, me and the gang, minus Tag, because he wants to watch Sabalenka, his mistress. Don't tell Mrs. Tag I said that. We're on the hunt for court 1. Yeah. for Dan Evans versus Chris Eubanks. Right in the middle. Perfect. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. We got crowded.
Yeah, there's room over there. Yeah.
Where? We're on court 1 watching Dan Evans, the Brit, versus Christopher Eubanks, the American, the big serving, tall American. And one thing on court 1 you guys are going to notice is that the TV camera angle makes the court look like almost like center court, like super professional. But in fact, it actually just looks like this. It's a lot smaller than it looks, and now they're cheering for Eubanks to break Evans to take this set in 3. CG. CG22. I haven't seen you in a while. I don't think you were with me for this one about the practice courts. Yeah, the next day, Saturday, my primary objective, Saturday the 24th, my primary objective was to find the practice courts. I wanted to catch a glimpse of the top players like warming up and practicing and doing some drills. By far, the best practice courts I have seen in any type of pro tennis was Indian Wells. It actually wasn't Wimbledon. I couldn't find the practice courts at Wimbledon, but Indian Wells. I wanted to see if Miami was better for the spectators in terms of practice courts. So just like in any major tennis event or Grand Slam, always looking for the practice courts because I love watching pros just drill and see the pace that they hit on the ball, the height, while being as close as possible, even if it's not point of match play. So I wanted to search for it.
Yeah, Mark, you got 2 hits. That's awesome. Those.
Those.
Cold beer, 5,000.
So this is a Paloma, and it's about 17 bucks. It's single. I always upgrade to the double. I'm guessing it's kind of like the signature drink that they have here at the Miami Open. It's Saturday, or sorry, it's Sunday today. Wow, time's going by pretty fast. No rain at all, unlike Friday, which was all day Saturday in the first half of the day. It's about 85, maybe 90 if you're kind of sitting still and sizzling. Shade is an absolute commodity here, so when I'm jumping in between courts, when I'm going from location A to location B, I'm always trying to sit in shade, drink some water, or so in this case Palomas, or maybe even Stella Artois. there are a lot of things to do in not a big amount of space. When you guys watch Miami Open on TV, especially on the new location in the Hard Rock Cafe instead of Key Biscayne, your eyes deceive you a little bit because they make it feel like it's big grounds, but it's actually not. It's a lot smaller in person than it is on camera. That's what she said. So, little tip for you guys, especially if you guys are confident in your skin tone, bring suntan lotion because you're gonna be roasting like crazy. And not suntan, sunblock. That was completely out to the end of the spectrum. On top of that, wear long sleeve actually, because or at least bring a long sleeve if you want to get some arm tan like me, because it does drop to about 60 degrees at night here around 7:30 near sunset. But also wearing a long sleeve actually insulates your coolness, which is kind of weird if you think about it, but trust me, that's how it happens. And also, long sleeve, depending on the fabric, is anywhere between 10 to maybe even 40 SPF naturally, as if you're applying sunblock. So let's talk about the practice courts just in a second. Okay, so the practice courts are 2 banks of 17, split between, I believe it's split 8 and 9. The bank of 9 is the only one that's viewable by the public because the other bank of 8 is kind of closed off and not viewable unless you're authorized personnel, aka players or staff. But only 3 of the courts, only 3 of the practice courts are actually viewable. So it's a little bit disappointing. Like there are some people, I was talking to some native Floridians. They said that the practice courts are awesome here in Miami Open. No, it's no offense, it's shitty. So I'm hoping next year they can change that, because me as a passionate tennis player, a passionate tennis consumer, you know, just in a quote unquote, apparently I'm an ambassador for the sport now, which is a horrible term, but seeing how toxic I am, but whatever, I'll take it. They should change that. By far and away, the best practice courts I've seen in any ATP WTA tournament is definitely Indian Wells. I did a vlog on that. I'll leave a comment, or I'll leave a link to that in the description. Also, I'll leave one in the corner here. Indian Wells practice courts, the best so far by a long shot. You should definitely try. Miami people, or James Blake, who's the tennis director, change the practice courts because it's really engaging for the fans, even though it might not be a direct moneymaker. Ron, dude, I haven't seen you. I gotta stream more often. Sorry about that. You're asking how the stadium court was. Honestly, the stadium court, well, they cut out an American football field that doesn't have a closed roof, and they cut out that American football field and kind of jerry-rigged it into a tennis stadium that was, again, I could go more into depth about this later in another video, but it was pretty bad viewing. Wasn't really that big of a fan. Wasn't too happy about it. As awesome as stadium court seats are in terms of watching like the top like 4 seeds actually play out a singles match or doubles match, actually it's mainly singles if you think about this, I really do not like stadium court seatings. So I think from now on, unless it's like absolutely necessary, I won't be buying stadium court stuff. I'll just buy grounds pass. So I feel just more in the action. I mean, take a look at this Chris Eubanks versus Dan Evans match. I think it was like on court 1, and it was just an absolute thrill that ended at 11 p.m. last night. I'll roll the footage for you. But that was awesome. I was like, obviously I got the B-roll, which is pretty good for that. I think that I was like 10th row. It was really, I mean, it wasn't the closest for being, I think, on court 1, but it was fairly close. A lot more tangible, a lot more connected to the players and the action more than any stadium court I've been to. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm just gonna round about the smaller courts. There are 7 courts, including the grandstand, on the grounds that you could watch for free. And then you got the stadium court. So the actual courts that have action are 8. 7 on the grounds, including grandstand, and then the Hard Rock Cafe stadium court, which I wasn't really a big fan of in terms of tennis. So let's see if I can scout out some good tennis talent on one of these smaller courts.
Menzies, my man. How expensive are the drinks? Well, it's a pretty typical sporting event in terms of pricing and price gouging, in my opinion. Not a fan of stuff like that. Luckily, I found a nice little workaround. So you're not paying $23 for a good, strong margarita.
So this Michelob Ultra costs $14, which is pretty insane because I think I could get this in the grocery store for like 75 cents. A little bit of a tip. Bring clear backpacks and a fanny pack. So it's a lot easier to get through security. I think you get one on Amazon for $14 for the backpack and a clear fanny pack for probably less than 10. So that's what I would suggest. But I bought the Miami Open one just because I'm lazy. But also, a little bit of a tip. Take a water bottle and put clear liquor on there because they're not doing a sniff test on the water bottle. So if you guys want to save some money, sneak in your own liquor. Just make sure it's clear. But you didn't hear that from me. Unfortunately, it's drizzling right now. They're just gonna postpone play, I think, for at least 30 minutes. Check these out. It's a little bit dark right over there. But as the rain is pouring on us, next to the grandstand, there are food trucks. There's 3 of them kind of parked here in this sandy part of the gravel. And my buddies are getting rained on. It's right next to the grandstand. It's on this part of the map. If you guys don't know where the grandstand is, so they've got a nice little cantina here too for Stella and some tequila and some other regular beer like I think Michelob as well. So find some shelter and let this rain pass. So, oh, you got pizza already?
Okay, so overall, in terms of what player I was excited to see, the answer is actually going to surprise you. As a big Federer fan because of his playstyle, and as a recent fanboy of Nadal due to my Nadal Academy trip in Mallorca, believe it or not, the most excited I can't even speak right now. The most excited person, as my dog is freaking out, I wanted to see was, well, I don't want to spoil it. Can you guess? If you guys want me to do a comparison of the Sunshine Double tournaments, Indian Wells versus the Miami Open, please leave a comment down section below. I want to see how interested you guys are. I would love to do it if there's enough gauge interest. This trip would not be possible without the people that accompanied me. Tenphone, 2, Dares, Tag, Karen, CG22, Moist Panda, and Eric Likes Eden. I feel so grateful that a community centered around tennis can get together for stuff like this annually and or semi-annually, depending on how frequently I decide to set up stuff like this. And also, it was Tag that did all the logistics, so thank you, man. Thanks to all the channel members: Yumin Sun, Tracy Phillips, Noman, Michael Menzies, Ron, CG22, Charles Ash, Tag, Soy78, and my doubles partner, Alex Suida. Hit like and subscribe for more general tennis content, and please share this with anybody that is thinking about doing the Miami Open this year, next year, or has done it in past years. And leave a comment down in the section below if this is kind of true to form of what you guys saw or what your friends saw. And as always, guys, happy hitting.